The best way to live your life is to live a balanced life. Right? Getting stressed with your neighbors? Meditate more. You want to get bigger? Increase your protein intake. Not seeing your family enough? Reconsider your work-life balance. It's so simple. Or is it? When faced with the confusion that is life, you want to improve, you want to optimize and understand, and this fuels the motivation to take action and go and search for help. I think self-help can be a wonderful thing. Educating and empowering yourself to improve your mind, body, work, relationships, and just life in general. At least it certainly helped me navigate through some of these things. But like delicious double chocolate salted caramel cookies, I also think too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And in this case, too much can do exactly the opposite of what it's supposed to. It keeps you in an unproductive loop of testing, trying, and just moving on to the next tip, but never really progressing. So at what point does self-help become self-hinder? Most successful people got to where they are by becoming very skilled in their area, or they were just really passionate, or even stubborn, and certainly naturally determined and dedicated. I can't imagine Elon Musk sitting down to read Atomic Habits. Elon's drive is relentless, and he's an extreme example, but the fact remains, he got to where he is due to his incredible work ethic, his passion, and his curiosity. More on curiosity later. Of course, I find value in and follow the usual suspects. Matt Diavella, Nathaniel Drew, Lana Blakely, Mo Godot, or is it Gordat? I don't really know how to pronounce his name. Jordan Peterson, Jessie, actually you might know her as Glucose Goddess on Instagram. This is just to name a few. But the reason I connect with these people is because I've been following them for years. I can see their progress. It seems to me that they test things out, they grow, they learn, and they pass on their knowledge. We as consumers just have to hope they're telling the truth when presenting their learnings. Perhaps I'm being a little bit naive here. Maybe. But I also like to presume positive intent. The issue is, there's more voices than ever to listen to, and more trying to shout for attention. My whole channel started because of and is centered around my passion for happiness, for well-being, and living a more intentional life. But to those who don't know me, I'm just another small voice in this crowd, right? The problem with more and more people trying to help, and let's be positive here and presume most have a genuine interest to help. Who do you listen to? Who resonates with you the best? Who's the most accurate and precise with their advice? Who can turn you into a productivity machine the fastest? Or make you easier to love? Or healthier? Or likable? It's like when you load up Netflix and spend the length of a TV show just searching through all the listings. And everyone knows we've been there. And there's kind of a sort of decision fatigue with regards to self-help gurus when deciding on who or how many people to listen to. My only and simple advice here is give everyone a chance. If they don't resonate with you quite quickly, and you'll know, then look to the next person and hopefully they will. I hope this helps. People who have feelings of self-doubt or hope, we're drawn to self-help. I mean, somebody who feels great inside and out, they might not be the best candidate for self-improvement. I say this from experience. I have self-doubt and I still do, pretty much every time I upload a YouTube video. But in those times, it's very easy and comforting for me to search for help. And most of the time, again, in my experience, it's really helped me. But can this be dangerous? The self-help space is a financially lucrative industry. And much like how social media values people's attention, the self-help industry values people's feelings. It's a business that in some cases potentially targets vulnerable individuals. Their feelings are the driving force to keep watching or keep reading or make a purchase. So with this in mind, are there elements of self-help that act as a juxtaposition? both helping and victimizing. That's quite a strong word, but do you get my thoughts here? It's an interesting way to look at it. Again, I've turned to self-help in positive times and negative times, but I think I'm quite good now anyway at listening to myself. I might read one book twice or not finish another. I test and I try and I work with what works for me. Not everything will resonate with you. Part of helping yourself is the journey, or maybe the mystery of finding what does. I used to subscribe to hustle culture. I used to admire people like Gary Vee, those who live to work, seem to never sleep and never slow down. When you want to improve your productivity, you see such influences and start to feel like you should be doing more. You start to become more productive perhaps in the short term, but find you actually have less time or you're more tired than when you started. I still like Gary Vee though, just not for the same reasons I once did. Over time I've changed, and so has my opinion on sleep when you're dead. I really like good sleep. Of course, running a business, for example, takes up and requires a lot of time. This is unavoidable if it's to be a success. However, productivity self-help can put a heavy focus on working all hours of the day or speeding up your workflow, optimizing, etc. And this can be great. Who doesn't want a way to think clearer or get more done in less time? But it's a double-edged sword. Go too far and you invite burnout, stress, sleep deprivation, and more. Like everything in life, there's a balance, and you just need to find yours. I said over time I've changed. I feel, for me at least, that productivity self-help can be about stepping back, limiting the amount of things I'm doing and actually slowing down, prioritizing sleep and downtime to actually increase my productivity and output. And this approach definitely aids my creativity too. Maybe you feel this way as well, or perhaps it's a new way for you to look at this section of self-improvement. Wherever you're at in your journey, consider the benefits of slowing down. One of the best ways to learn anything is to make mistakes. You try something, and if it doesn't work for you, then you learn how to do it right. Or you at least eliminate an incorrect avenue before trying again. So with this in mind, does self-help stop you making natural mistakes? When you're given an exact route to get to somewhere you want to go, this can save you time and trial and error. Say you want to head to that restaurant in the city, you can try and navigate there simply by heading in that general direction, or you can load up Google Maps and efficiently arrive. Of course, this can be super beneficial, but what about the journey? What if, by walking around trying to find your way there on your own, you stumble across places you never knew to search for in the first place, but are interesting and perhaps even more exciting to eat at? I hope that analogy made sense. The point is, self-help can be great at eliminating trial and error, getting you to your destination faster. But there's also an argument against that too. At the end of the day, remember, no one person knows everything, and there isn't a set one-size-fits-all template for being the perfect human being. Different people have different concepts of ideal, so you really should only work towards your personal definition of perfection. But then again, do you really want to be perfect? I don't. Our imperfections are what give us character, give us personality, and what makes us human. Imperfection breeds beneficial mistakes. Test things you read or watch. Try things you don't. Be comfortable with your mistakes, understand the benefit of them, and learn from them. Self-help is a little like a key ring. You can watch multiple videos and read different books, collecting multiple keys, but many times you just end up with a load of open doors. You can see through to the destination, but none of which you're walking through. I think if used correctly and implemented on a small scale over time, self-help can be wonderful. Pick things and people that resonate with you. Ingest too much too quick, and it's kind of hard to form habits. We become overwhelmed and just move on to the next thing. After years of self-improvement books, lectures, videos, podcasts, and conversations, here's some general things that have helped me the most, and I hope these can help you too. Or at least give you a solid foundation to help yourself further. The last one is potentially a little bit out there, but it's worked great for me, you'll see. Keep your sugar intake low. Balance your glucose levels. This will improve your energy, increase your ability to think clearly, improve your mood, improve your relationships, improve your skin, your heart, your brain health, just so much more. There's a fantastic book called The Glucose Revolution. I strongly suggest reading it. It really educated me in ways to beat sugar, which has been my personal enemy for a long time. I just really love chocolate. Everything's scientifically backed and presented in a super friendly way that's also really easy to understand. From improving your mood, overall health and stress management, getting regular exercise is just top tier advice. You don't have to be a gym bro or anything. Just start with a small walk, but just start. Regular exercise can positively affect so many parts of your life in such a strong way. It costs nothing, and all you have to do to begin is move. Meditation has taught me to acknowledge feelings, to be aware of them, process them, and then allow them to pass. Instead of what used to happen to me, I'd let them control me, leading to bad decisions and ultimately leading to regret. I didn't find meditation easy to begin with. Sometimes my mind moves at 100 miles an hour and I've got a terrible tendency to overthink and have destructive thoughts. But after years, I'm finally in a place where more times than not, I can stop the bad thoughts snowballing, before it picks up speed and before it grows. Perhaps your form of meditation isn't sat down cross-legged. Maybe it's a sport, or walking, or listening to music. Whatever form best suits you, I'd highly recommend pursuing a good meditation practice. So certain situations used to get me so angry so quickly. I'd build up and fire back a rude response or something that was just really uncool. And then after 15 minutes, when my anger dropped just as quickly as it came on, I'd always feel terrible. Mainly for the other person or people. I'd apologize and I would kind of hate myself for acting that way. Well, that was before I started to practice patience anyway. Now, if I'm ever in a stressful situation with work or having an argument, say with my girlfriend, or having a disagreement with, anyone, I don't immediately react. Instead, I wait. If I can, I give it a little time before I respond, even if that means stepping away from the confrontation temporarily. This allows me to calm down or collect my thoughts and feelings and present in a less emotional way. And honestly, for me, it's been an absolute game changer. It's helped me better express myself and pretty much improve all my relationships. This is actually more of a recent one, but I've been trying to limit my screen usage, particularly no screens a set amount of time before bed and none in the first hour of waking up. I think I'm getting better sleep because of it, and it also allows me kind of like a tranquility before sleep and a much more calm start to my day, which I really appreciate. I read an article about how our entire day can be set or altered by what information we consume in the first hour of waking. So, my previous alarm clock of 30 minutes of Reels and TikTok, it really wasn't doing me any favors. Lastly, and here's the weird one, I don't have a traditional bedroom anymore. Instead, I've got a bedroom. If you want to see a much more in-depth explanation, I made a video about why. I'll link it somewhere. But in a nutshell, all that's in this room is a bed, an Alexa for music, a bedside table, and books so we can read before bed. The aim here was to create a space that best supports good quality sleep and also detachment from technology and the day itself. So far, both my girlfriend and I have been loving it. We both sleep better, deeper, and for longer. We wake up naturally, feeling refreshed and feeling happy, which in turn makes the rest of the day better and more productive. If you're interested, again, I advise you to check that video out. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I hope this video wasn't too long, but thank you so much for watching to the end. If you found this video valuable, please consider subscribing. It'd help me grow and connect with more like-minded people. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic, so please Let's discuss in the comments. I hope you're having a good day or night, wherever you are. Thanks again. Ciao for now.